They assume they understand you because they saw fragments of your story. They glance at your present and pretend to know the path that led you there, but they do not know the nights you endured when silence screamed louder than any crowd. They do not know the weight of betrayal that pressed against your chest like iron. They do not know the prayers whispered through clenched teeth, the sacrifices made in shadows, the torment of fighting battles you could not even speak of. They see the surface, never the abyss. They speak as if they understand, but their ignorance only exposes the truth. They have never survived the fires that forged you. Every man carries a private hell, and yours has been relentless. It tested your resolve not once, but daily. It stripped away illusions, peeled away comforts, and left you naked before your own weakness. In those moments, you could have collapsed, surrendered, vanished into the nothingness that swallows most. Instead, you stood in the flame until it bent around you. That is why you carry an aura they cannot name. The hell you walked through has marked you, not with fragility, but with fire. Those who mock you or doubt you do not realize they are standing before someone who has already endured more than they could survive. Pain sharpened you in ways comfort never could. While others learned from textbooks and mentors, you were educated by loss, rejection, and relentless trial. Your curriculum was betrayal, your classroom was silence, your diploma was survival. That hell trained you to see what others cannot. You detect deception before it lands. You recognize weakness hiding behind confidence. You feel envy before it speaks. These instincts were not given. They were earned in the fire. The ones who think they know you cannot fathom how many times you had to die to build the man you are now. They call you cold because they have not felt the storms that forced you to freeze parts of yourself just to endure. They call you distant because they cannot understand the scars that taught you caution. They call you ruthless because they do not know the mercy you once gave and how that mercy was weaponized against you. Their judgment is irrelevant because it is shallow. They do not know your hell, and so they cannot know your strength. They mistake scars for weakness when in truth, scars are the only evidence of survival. Your silence is not emptiness, it is control. They think you withhold words because you lack them, when in reality, you have already spoken them in darker hours when no one listened. You learned that words are wasted on those who do not understand suffering. Action became your language. Presence became your argument. Resilience became your proof. They will never comprehend how much you endured to earn the ability to stand quietly while others scream for validation. That silence unsettles them because it speaks of depths they fear to face in themselves. Hell has a way of breaking illusions. You no longer chase acceptance from those who cannot carry their own shadows. You no longer beg for recognition from those who will never see beyond the surface. You no longer explain yourself to those who have not walked through fire. This is the gift of suffering. It strips you of the need to prove yourself to anyone, but the version of you who almost gave up. Every day you rise is a victory over that version. Every breath you take is a declaration that the fire failed to consume you. They envy your composure but do not understand its cost. That calmness was not inherited. It was built from the ashes of chaos. They want your strength but not your suffering. They admire your presence but would crumble under the price it required. They want the crown without surviving the firestorm that forges it. This is why they cannot know your hell. It is not just suffering. It is the foundation of everything you are. To wish for your strength is to wish for your scars, and they are not willing to pay that toll. Your hell is what separated you from them. While they sought shortcuts, you walked through shadows. While they begged for comfort, you endured silence. While they fled from pain, You carried it on your back until it hardened into armor. That separation is permanent. They cannot follow you now because they refused to follow you then. They chose ease. You chose survival. That divergence is why they do not understand you and why they never will. You do not need them to. Their misunderstanding is not your burden. It is their limitation. Hell is not something you escape. It is something you integrate. You carry it with you, not as chains but as weapons. Every lesson is a blade, every scar is a shield, every wound is a compass. The world fears men who have been through hell and returned standing, because such men are not swayed by comfort or threatened by fear. They know pain intimately and are no longer ruled by it. You are one of those men. They will never know your hell, but they will feel its echo every time they face you. So let them underestimate, let them assume, let them judge. Their ignorance is your camouflage. They will never know the nights that carved your will, but they will see the empire it builds. They will never know the demons you conquered, but they will bow before the discipline it forged. They will never know your hell, but they will know your power. And in the end, that is enough.